Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your, let's just call this, I want to say mid-August. We're almost at the end of August, so I guess mid-August to the end of August update. I am starting with the air signs. I finished the earth signs last night, and they took a lot out of me. It's going to be a very intense month for them. But, you personally, I see a lot of good things coming to you. I got the sense that there's some kind of invention that you're responsible for. If you discover something, you invent something, it puts you in possibly a public light. You become a public figure in some way. I really don't read the cards literally, so I don't want you to assume that just because the star came out that I think, oh, you're gonna be a star. I'm sorry, my throat is so dry with all these videos, but I do get the sense that you create something that has a use or that can be used by the masses or an idea that affects the masses at the very least. um yeah, you got a lot of sports cards. You got a lot. I'm so sorry, I don't know why my voice is so dry, but you got a lot of wand cards too. I want to say it was mostly just swords and wands. So you're really trying to make what's in your head come to the physical, and you're trying to like bring that passion, those ideas that you have. You're trying to create something tangible with it, and I see you doing that. I do see you slightly distracted by romance. I see the idea that someone kind of has your head a bit twisted. Um, you might be trying to choose between two people, and I feel like there's someone very, very fake, and then there's someone very, very genuine, possible soulmate. And I feel like you have the roles reversed. You think that this fake person is your soulmate, and you're kind of doubting the genuine person. For those who resonate with that, either way, I see you in a happy connection toward the end of the month, and that's from now until the middle of September. Time's fluid, but you're definitely awakened to something at some point. And I think you find something out because you actively. I think you're done being naive about a situation. So, I guess with that being said, let's get started with the spread. Now, there is some slight self doubt for you this month, especially because you created something or you're responsible for something that's pretty big, I want to say. And I almost feel like there is an imposter syndrome that surfaces for you at some point. Um, and it makes sense if we look at the star, and being someone in the public eye, or it could just be added responsibilities. It could just be you're not sure if you're ready to take on what you've set out to do. Um, there is a wheel of fortune here too, which is definitely reversal of fortunes here. But basically, I really feel like aside from the imposter syndrome, aside from the possible self doubt, you do have a lot of really great things coming. You do have a lot of inspiration coming to you, especially, I'm sorry again, with this Ace of Swords and this Knight of Cups. So I see you debating something with these two cards. So the Ace of Swords is known to be an epiphany, it's known to be a mental spark, it's known to be a large, grand type of energy. It can also be a really important conversation. But for me, like I said, it's some kind of debate, and it's a really big decision that you have to make. And I'm assuming with this Knight of Cups here that it's in regards to love. So there is some kind of delay, and I want to say there is some kind of blockage. It could even be why my throat feels so dry halfway through filming this. I had to start over, so I do feel like there's a lot that needs to be said when it comes to love. Either it needs to be said to you, or you need to get something off your chest. But I really see you wondering whether someone would be a good addition to your life or an addition to your lifestyle, because the Ace of Swords is a lifestyle card, and you also got the Nine of Pentacles as well. So you're really questioning how you're living and if your lifestyle is up to your standards, and it's looking like you make the necessary changes, with that, you're kind of reevaluating your love options, and I hate to say it, but you kind of want somebody that fits your lifestyle. You want someone that makes you look good, that makes you feel good, and that could also be where this debate is coming from too. I feel like it's some kind of offer at a new beginning, and you're not jumping at it for whatever the reason. It's almost like you know you can do better, and you may know before everyone else what's about to happen in terms of your success. So you're really not trying to attach yourself to anyone right away. The aces are huge, like I said, energy. It's grand. It's not anything half-assed. So I'm feeling that you're not super excited that this offer is from a knight instead of a king. Now, this could be the past person I mentioned. It could even be that new person that you're just not seeing with full eyes yet. I'm kind of undecided. The energy is very strange with this. It could be even your confusion that I'm feeling. But this can also even be in regards to a partnership, because the Three of Wands does signify just waiting for something, waiting to make a move, waiting for acceptance from someone. So this is either this person waiting for you to accept them, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. There's just this big waiting energy right here. Um, but like I said, you're not looking to just leap at the first thing. You're seeing what's available to you, especially with this three of Wands here. You're also in a very stationary energy, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, currently. So I really feel like even though you might be slightly impatient, you do know it's coming, and it's just you're trying to prepare for that in whatever way you can. And yeah, with this ace here too, it's almost like you you know what's coming because it's in your mental, and it's about to come to your physical, and you're just waiting for it to just show up. With this Three of Wands here, so your potential is growing in business. You're really aggressive. You're really just going out for what you want. I really also get the sense that you're traveling, but it's turning into a spiritual journey, because seven, of course, is a spiritual number. It's the spiritual number. So you could have been taking a trip for business, and then you just get really inspired along the way, especially with this ace here starting the spread. So what starts out as a business task or a business trip, it turns into some big epiphany or some big spiritual awakening. And you're just really finding yourself. And that could be where the new standards are being set, or your new lifestyle is being created after you get this awakening. And I'm also getting the sense that people have to level up to you, not the other way around. Like, you're not going to go down to meet anyone at this point. And it may sound, I don't want to say superficial, it may sound slightly arrogant, but I'm not getting that energy. I just feel like you've dimmed yourself for a bit, or you've squandered around for a bit, and you're just getting your footing. And now you kind of just want someone that is on equal footing as well. You really don't want to go backward. With those two cards though, I also got the sense of you releasing something as well, because I did see the Ten of Wands. That was really close to coming out. So I almost want to say you're releasing this past person, especially since I did get the sense that you're rejecting someone, especially from the Sign of Cups here. So this is a freedom card. This is, just complete joy, pure joy, wish fulfillment. This could be where that big thing that you were waiting for with this Three of Wands, this could be where it shows up. Especially since it came out the page. That's news. Whatever news you were waiting for, here it is, and it's great news. It's exactly what you wanted to hear. Because the Nine of Cups is definite wish fulfillment, like I said. I see money, of course, but it's just a really spiritually free energy. Like, there was something bothering you and something you had been questioning, especially with that Three of Wands. So I get the sense you're finding yourself through your work, you're gaining everyone's respect, and then with that respect comes this freedom, this joy. Like I said, for some, like I really felt that you're creatives in some way, you're artistic in some way. So let's say you took initiative here with this Three of Wands and this Seven of Pentacles. You planted that seed. You showcased an idea of yours that came from this Ace of Swords. And then it took off. It went leaps and bounds over what you thought or expected. And then let's say you work for a higher up, they just gave you creative control from here on out. Um, some from that experience may in turn want to work for themselves now. Um, and that seed that you planted could be a new business for yourself. Leaving a current work environment for your own personal growth. But regardless, you're feeling really inspired. With this page though, I do see you starting to see a more spiritual side of love. And I really believe your next person will be your soulmate. So if you haven't met them already, I see this realization kind of dawning on you, or you just get hit really hard here and develop feelings for someone you just met, and it's just a freeing experience. And or you just meet someone that just makes you feel so happy. Um, because Paige is a new meeting. It's news. It's romance that kind of springs up on you. For me, that's what it feels like. So yeah, I almost want to say you fall for a fellow creative, or you fall in love with someone you meet while undertaking this big task. So the spiritual epiphany could be a result of falling in love, but there is really just this mutual respect and inspiration energy here between you two. So it's really two like minds meeting and creating something, whether it's an actual something, an actual business, an actual object, or it could just be two people of like minds, like energy, creating a relationship. Um, I'm getting more of a sense that you two are just outlets for each other. Even if you are in two different industries or in two different art forms, you really just inspire each other and believe in each other too. The Nine of Pentacles. Now we know the Nine of Pentacles is a single card, but I feel it is your star is rising. And I'm not being literal, like I said, over the star card, but there's just been a huge self-esteem development, especially, from the Ace going to the Three of Wands. That self-confidence as well. The star card is definitely valuing yourself, and in turn having other people value you. But money and recognition is coming toward you, whether you're ready or not. And it can be just causing you to glow, and to just, your happiness is contagious. With the Three of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, you have wish fulfillment here with two different cards. So I'm really getting that this is a creative, artistic endeavor, because this Nine of Pentacles, she's a business owner, regardless of their sex. The Nine of Pentacles is usually depicted as a female, but this is anyone that's created something that they can live off of and be independent from. So you have two nines here now that I realize it. So yeah, you created something that if you wanted to be independent, if you wanted to live a life where you could just up and travel, with the Three of Wands here too, Four of Wands came out, the Ace of Wands. If you can have anything or anyone you want because of whatever it is you started here, and I think you enjoy it for a bit, because I do feel that while you may have fallen for someone, it wasn't just something you agreed to just take upon right away. Um, you're just like this wide open energy force field. That was the vibe I was getting. You're taking in everything. You're inspired by life right now. You really don't want to change anything. You don't want to make any sudden moves, because I almost feel like, especially since the Eight of Swords came out after these two cards, it's almost like you're afraid that any sudden moves you're gonna ruin this. And I don't see that for you. I think it's a very brief period that you're worried and paranoid, but it it's almost like it's too good to be true, and you're just questioning, all right, when is the ball gonna drop, or when is something gonna happen that wakes me up from this dream? And I'm not seeing that anything changes for you. I'm really not. I will say this is definitely an intellectual thing. It's definitely a creative thing, though. It might not resonate with everyone, but it's just too many cards for me to not say that this whoever is identifying with this whole story is not an intellectual. I don't know if some of you are academics, like I said, in college. there's a possible discovery here, an invention of something that has a huge impact with the star card, the Wheel of Fortune. You possibly set something in motion that has an effect for a large number of people. Um, Maybe you're a researcher and you uncover something, but whatever it is, initially it's going to have the greatest and most positive effect on you. And you just need to recognize that, because this Eight of Wands is more self-destructive than anything. It's an obstacle that you're creating, and it's an obstacle that you're looking for rather than an obstacle that's actually there. So this is where I felt the imposter syndrome. This is where I felt the self-doubt. And it makes sense, because if you look at the star, like I said, being public recognition, it's just you're wondering, are you ready for this? I feel like I said this already, but the Wheel of Fortune, it's growing pains. So wherever you were, you're in a completely different energy, and you just have to get used to it. Sometimes, especially in something like academic field, or something art related, it's really hard to just release your baby. You work so hard on something, and then you put it out there for the masses to enjoy and digest, and you worry that it's going to just not be yours anymore. It's going to turn into something completely different. So sometimes, as much as you wanted the outcome, with the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, sometimes it's still a little bittersweet when you get it. So that's what I feel like is here. It's just, you so many great things are happening, but you're kind of looking at the negatives instead of the positives. It's very short lived though. This can also be in regards to the love offer I felt in the beginning here, where it could be dawning on you around this point that maybe you are second guessing. Maybe you're putting your faith in the wrong person. Because around this point, or very shortly before this, you had met someone that possibly you thought was a knight, or you thought didn't have room in your new life, and you just felt really inspired by them. You felt really connected to them. So this can be you second guessing your feelings for your past person versus the feelings you have for this new person. Um, you may be doubting your decision to pass on the offer from that past person. Or this could even just be that someone in the past had rejected you, and now you're rejecting them in turn. Not even to be spiteful, because it is something that you are struggling with, but you're just doing what's best for yourself. It could even be that someone is trying to cause you this doubt. Regardless, it's just really, really hectic, confusing energy. And I think it throws you off course with this Eight of Swords. You almost feel like you're a bit blindsided by it. And here's where I feel you take control, especially with this Page of Swords. You see, this is somebody, all these light bulbs, and she's reading a book, and she's just walking, so on a really dangerous, fine line between two cliffs. But she's doing it effortlessly because she's prepared. At least that's what I get from this card. So where you were confused, I feel like whoever this is that's trying to confuse you thought that in your confusion you would just blindly accept something. And either they didn't know you, or you changed, and instead of just accepting like you maybe normally would have, you did a little research, and the Ace of Wands came out with this. So you found out something pretty big, and whatever it is you found out set the course for yourself moving forward. It was a really it was a big discovery. It was a big decision, and it almost was a relief, because the Ace of Wands to me is very positive as well. So it it could just be that you're back to focusing on yourself, you're back to focusing on your craft, onto your calling. But I'm really getting it more as you find something out about them because of this page. And I see you headed more in the direction of new love because of what you found out. And you got the Four of Wands right after those two cards, so this is soulmate energy. Um, I think, like I said, this is where you realize possibly that this past person is just not who you wanted them to be, and this is why there could be that final rejection, and then that real official fresh start with this new person. The Ace of Wands is a very physical, passionate card. So I think once you realize what you wanted, you feel free and you go after what you want. This could be a legal victory, especially since Justice came out to clarify. But like I said, a lot of Earth sign energy. You got the Star, which is Aquarius. You got the Ace of Swords, which could be any Earth sign. I'm sorry, any air sign. And then you got what else? The Eight of Swords too. So that's pretty much you're represented across the board here. So it could even be a legal union with the Justice card. I'm really feeling that this is the truth. The justice is a balancing out, and the truth being that equalizer. And if you were tricked in any way, especially since I saw the moon at the bottom of the deck when I pulled these, you're realizing that you were being distracted by something false via this person. So you're taking matters into your own hands. This could even be a business offer too, and if it is, this is just a warning that you have to protect your own interest. This justice card is to get everything in writing and don't give away your rights. Because if this is your passion project, this is your baby, you have to protect it at all cost. So do your due diligence, research whoever it is approaching you and offering you some kind of deal. You don't want to make a deal with the devil. You want to really make sure that it's a real thing, it's a legal thing, it's a fair thing, because justice, if anything, is fairness. Um, I also heard the wool is lifted over off of your eyes. So when someone is trying to pull the wool over your eyes, if that's a correct way to phrase that, they're trying to lie on you. I'm hearing that the reverse is true. I'm seeing that it's been lifted. And whatever you find out, it really releases you, especially with this Four of Wands here. The Four of Wands, yes, it could be a soulmate, but it's a really ultimate celebration of something. I really feel like you've been given the green light to pursue either this other person, this new lifestyle. I'm getting the sense that some of you even may become nomads. Like you may just, I mean, I know with COVID it's really hard. It's probably not the wisest thing to do right now, but it's almost like you're realizing you're not bound to one person, you're not bound to one lifestyle, you're not bound to one location. You really, something has opened up for you. And as I said, the Nine of Cups is ultimate freedom. It could be freedom in just how you live from now moving forward. If this Justice card was a legal separation, it was almost like good riddance. Now I'm free. I can do what I want. I can move. I can date again. You got a lot of wands, like I said, so this is a passionate, sexual, sensual type of energy. So it's almost like you were like boxed up and someone imprisoned you, or you felt like you were imprisoned, especially with this Eight of Swords. This Eight of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune can also just be, hey, I'm free now. I don't have to bound myself to anything or anyone. And you have a lot to celebrate. You really do. You're walking into this new beginning really successful. Whatever it is, this Eight of Cups represents that you left behind. You're over it. I don't see any reluctance here. You probably found a partner that's equally successful as you. And I'm almost getting that this new person goes into business with you or helps you succeed in business. Um, Here's where it got a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie. You got the Six of Cups, you got the King of Cups, and then you got the Seven of Cups. These two came out together to clarify the Six of Cups. So I really got familial energy. Like, this is family, this is legacy, but I feel like it's something in the past. So yes, it could be a past person, it could be your past person, but I'm almost wondering if you're looking into your own history, if you're looking into your family history, if you're looking into, because this is a child and his dog, this is family, this is not like romantic. This is platonic type of energy, especially with that dog there. So I want to say you're really looking and trying to figure out what was hidden from you growing up. And this King of Cups could be a father figure, so you possibly can find out something about who your father is, or what he was, or you could be getting to know your father if you didn't know him already, or getting to know something new about your father, or a male figure that was really prominent in your life, because there could have been some cloudiness surrounding him. There could have been some cloudiness surrounding your relationship. This is really specific and almost maybe even too literal, but I feel like I should say you could possibly find out who your father is, especially if you were undecided between multiple people. So let's say, you were only given a certain amount of information, it was really, really vague, and because this is what the Seven of Cups is, it could be just too much information, but none of it is useful. So once this is cleared out, and you really get a good look at the past, maybe you do find out who your father is, or you gain that male figure in your life. But again, if you want to keep it simple, this could possibly be new love and you growing a life together. But I just get the sense of you don't want to be bound to your history for some reason, but then also you're seeking it out. The death card was at the bottom of my clarifier deck, so there is definitely some type of transformation here for you. It could even just be that you are just ending the way of life that you had before, where you just were, I don't want to say boring, but you were very safe. Oh, let's just say that. You were very safe. The Queen of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck too. So again, this could be a mother figure, a literal mother, or it could just be your new person. This could be you. Because if you were safe and you were stable, this would be your energy. The Queen of Pentacles is nurturing and caring. And yeah, it was nothing negative for you this month, I want to say. Just a lot of confusion. So possibly you're just in a state right now where you don't know what's going on, or things are being kept from you. And whatever is being kept from you, I see it coming into the surface, coming to light. And I see it coming to light because you yourself are in a public position or under the magnifying scope, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm gonna have to rewatch this video to see if I'm rambling, but I hope that you get the gist of what this month might look like for you. And then Rosemary, focus. The Seven of Cups too is just, I almost see this as someone intentionally trying to confuse you. And it could be you confusing yourself, but I feel like someone is trying to put the wool over your eyes, and it could be someone in your family. I don't feel like it's a negative thing. If it is this past person, I do feel like possibly it's negative because they're really just competing with the new person that you met, but I'm getting more toward the line of a family secret being uncovered, or something, some kind of information regarding your family being uncovered too. And book at the bottom of the deck. So you go looking for something and you find it for sure. It's so vague, but I got that a lot of you are researchers. I got that a lot of you possibly are in school. Geminis are known to be very witty and very smart, so that it makes sense. But whatever it is that you want to find out, you are powerful enough this month or moving forward from now to find it. Just really focus. Don't let anyone distract you, and don't let anyone throw any illusions at you as well. Even if they love you, or even if they think they're doing it for your own good, you have a right to know certain something, go after it. You got the Page of Swords, you got that book, knowledge, you got that Seven of Pentacles, you got a lot of cards, that Ace of Swords too. You got a lot of mental cards, you got a lot of going out, venturing forward, and seeking whatever it is you want. So I would go and do what you need to do. Let's pull another oracle card before the end of the video. I do kind of want to see where you're at for love. So this is my love oracle deck from Island Wellness. Oh, that was fast. It's a plan, getting asked out, text message or call with intent to date, tentative plans, making solidifying plans. So this is kind of the new energy I felt, or you may find someone that you just vibe with and you want to take things to the next step. This Nine of Cups and this Ace of Swords could even be you making a love offer to someone. Um, but the Wheel of Fortune too, tides are turning in your favor. Whatever love situation you're in now, if it's not working out, it's about to get a whole lot better. So expect to be asked out, or be in a position where you meet someone that you really want to get to know further. We're pretty good on time. I think your message this month is pretty cut and dry, so I don't want to overwhelm you. Let's leave it at that. I'm going to do your air sign love reading either tonight or tomorrow. And until then, Gemini, I will see you in September for your monthly video. Stay happy, stay safe. Bye.